Drive-by shootings are often associated with American gangs, but this year Sydney has experienced dozens of such attacks on suburban homes. The police are concerned that if the attacks don't stop, innocent bystanders could be killed. According to one of the state's most senior officers, police are struggling to penetrate the gang's culture of silence and arrest those responsible for the shootings. John Stewart reports.
During the past month, there have been 12 shootings in Sydney's western suburbs.
At 20 to 2 this morning, John Ballman was woken by gunshots.
The attacks happen at night and the men in cars are gone in seconds. Bullets are sprayed across homes and sometimes the wrong house is hit.
I'm shocked, I'm shaking, and we're just coping with it.
People are still roaming the street with the guns and that. You know, people are scared.
My daughter with the bullet, she's standing like this. She doesn't know what's happened with her. And my wife screaming, everyone in shock.
There have been dozens of drive-by shootings in Sydney this year. It's a messy, dangerous crime, and police are concerned that if the attacks continue, innocent people could be hit.
In one house in Granville, they fired in excess of 15 shots, and there was children present. So how close could that have been to a young child being seriously injured, not killed?
Deb Wallace is commander of the Middle East Organised Crime Squad and has been a police officer for 28 years. She says the reasons for the attacks are complex. Some are related to bikie gangs, others to disputes over drugs, unpaid debts and turf wars. Police believe the 10 most recent drive-by shootings relate to people associated with the Hells Angels and Nomads bikie gangs, and say the actual shootings are often carried out by young men who are trying to prove themselves.
It wouldn't be unlikely that it would be someone who's trying to endear themselves or become part of the group and say, look, you know, or instructed to do it, so the more senior principals are kept behind the scenes.
Drive-by shootings are different to planned underworld hits. Police say the drive-bys are about sending a message.
I think it's a combination. I think it's trying to intimidate them to say, look, what we've got this amount of firepower, we're not scared to take, you know, action against you. And I think it's a statement, and it's a very, very dangerous statement though.
Police say they often know who is doing the drive-bys in Sydney, but it's difficult to catch them. Because the shootings relate to bikie gangs, there's little cooperation with the police and neither side will talk.
They're certainly aware of our strategies in relation to our high visibility proactive policing because they're being spoken to and they make that known to us. We also make it known to them that the matter's under investigation, and we will continue to put this pressure on them until they settle their disputes in other ways that don't involve the public or acts of violence.
While the police have had some success in arresting people with links to gangs, those who are doing the actual drive-by shootings have been harder to pin down.
We haven't had any arrests specifically related to the actual person who might have done the shooting, but there have been a number of strategies and have been arrests of people who we believe associated with the shootings, or if not responsible, but they've been charged with other offences that have emerged throughout our investigation.
The police don't expect drive-by shootings in Sydney to stop and say it's become a complex, long-term problem.
It's a no-win situation for everybody. So, but I'm not naive to think that this would be the end of it in the future.
John Stewart, Late Line.